Alright, so I decided to make another virtual pinball machine. The last one I did came out pretty good. This time I'm going to film everything while I'm putting it together, share with you guys. This is the first piece of it I'm working on now. This is the top from a Dynamo Showcase arcade cabinet. I got a really good deal on this arcade not working. I paid $50 for the whole arcade, but this top had a LCD upgrade in it, and just these LCD monitor upgrades are like $500, so it was a great deal. Traditionally, when you do this, you buy the the old pinball machine, broken or whatever, and you would completely gut the cabinet. So for the back box, you would gut all the scoring and everything out of the back box, and you would mount your two monitors inside of the traditional back box. Last time I did that, it's kind of a pain in the ass. You have to find perfect size monitors that will go in there together, and then you have to mount them down, and it's not undoable, but it's just a lot of more work than I want to do. So I'm actually going to take the original back box off of the pinball cabinet, and I'm going to install this as the back box. Not only is the main monitor already in here, but this one you can't really see good, but these are metal grates on the side, and there's speakers on both sides of this monitor. The first build I didn't have top speakers. I used the speakers from the television for the playfield monitor as my audio, but the playfield television was under glass, so it didn't sound great. These will sound much better out front like this. So plus I think this thing kind of looks a lot better than the old back boxes did, so that'll work out good. Walk around back to this. As you see here, this is the flat screen upgrade they did. So Wells Gardner 32-inch. This is the actual arcade monitor upgrade, so these are pretty nice. And I have the speaker wires coming on both sides. We cut this off of the old arcade board. What I'm going to do for the audio is I'm going to install one of these. You can get these pretty cheap on eBay. I have a couple around the house. It's a 20-watt digital amplifier. You put the speaker outputs, the inputs RCA jacks, and I have that cable. The RCA jacks are going to go to a 1/8 headphone jack, and I'll just go plug that right into the motherboard, and that'll be my audio. And then if you notice the screen, there's a lot of empty space down here. These cabinets traditionally had CRT monitors in them, and those are standard definition, so a lot bigger. It's a different aspect ratio. The flat screen's a widescreen, so it's a lot, it's a lot smaller form factor. So it works out perfectly here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a square out here in this empty plastic space, centered to this monitor, and that's where my score monitor is going to be, my DMD for this machine. How you do that on the pinball machines is you add a second monitor with this monitor. So I went to Goodwill earlier and I bought this cheap LCD screen for $5. It's going to be perfect for a score monitor, and it has a DVI input, so that'll give us a little better resolution on our score. The arcade monitor is just VGA, but that does not matter because there's really it's kind of just a standard picture on here. There's a couple lighting effects, but it's not something that needs to be super graphic-y. It's just going to be basic colors and stuff like that. So I got pretty lucky with this monitor, because if you see here, it actually fits perfectly where it needs to go. So when I cut this, you'll see this monitor, and I'll be able to just kind of put a screw here and a screw here and run a strap to hold it, just in case the machine jostles or anything. But it's the perfect height. Stuff usually doesn't work out that good, but the bad part is it's under every fucking plug I need. If you look here on the bottom, this right here is where the power goes in to this arcade monitor. So much right the fuck on top of this. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to take this fitting off, and I'm going to cut a square here in this grid, and I'm gonna mount it here. So my power for the monitor will actually plug into the back of this heat case right here. So that's gonna be an easy fix. That'll take care of that. But then you have the VGA input, which is also right the fuck on the monitor. So the problem there is the traditional monitor cable is not going to plug right there. So there's a couple ideas I have on how I'm going to take care of this. What I'd like to do is find a right angle on an adapter here that I could plug into there, which will kick out and put my in right here. So that would allow me to plug straight in like this and have the video. That would be really nice. I think there's enough room to fit something like that in there, and I'm sure they make that. I just have to find one. Should only be a couple bucks. Worst case, second step is I know they make right angle VGA plugs that's a little thinner on top that come out and the wire comes to the side. I could possibly go with that if I have to. And then last case scenario, if I can't find an adapter, if the right angle plug is going to be too big, what I can do is these cases on these monitors, there's some room in there between where the screen is and the circuitry and this plastic, bezel. So I could take a Dremel and cut some of this corner off here if I have to and make clearance for a cable. I really don't want to do that. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit. But I think that could be avoided. But either way, this monitor is going to go in there. Everything's going to fucking plug up like it's supposed to. I'm going to cut the hole here in front of this monitor so you'll be able to see the scoring. And all that shit will work out perfectly. So I'm going to do another video whenever I get the pinball cabinet. And we'll take the playfield out, gut everything, and we'll install the 55-inch TV. I'll do all that, and then I'll make the last video where I'll cover setting up the 3-monitor display, configuring all the software, how to program a pinball game to actually run on this correctly, and I'll show you how to do the front end and all that shit to load all your games and make it look all pretty, and we'll test it out. So we'll be back.